Tonight, the last 8 Jeeps hit the track. Who has what it takes to join the 6 group winners already in the next round? Will anyone be able to knock Doc off the top of the leaderboard? Will the Grey Wizard be able to cast a spell and hold on to second place? And will Hades drive away with the dubious distinction of being the first ever recipient of the infamous Yellow Snow Award? All of these questions are answered tonight on the nail-biting conclusion to the group stages of the Jeep Jamboree. Jamboree Motors is a rookie team making their diecast debut here at the Heights. However, it was almost a disaster as they showed up on a flatbed with the same issues that plagued the Jeep from tiny track cars. The White Knuckle Boys had their work cut out for them as they again needed to rebuild the chassis for this superlift. They got it done, and Jamboree kicks off group number 7. Next up is the dubious one himself. Mr. Dark is no stranger to the Heights, and he has his sights set on a second round spot. His sinister Jeep Gladiator is intimidating, just standing still. Talk about holiday cheer. The team from G4 Diecast has really gone all out for their entry. I don't know how aerodynamic the tree on Daddy G's Jeep is, but his Best in Show nominated ride definitely stands out. Rounding out Group 7 is Ragged Russ's Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, driven by Tucker. I absolutely love everything about this thing, although it should really be called a Snowhawk or something. Place your bets now. Group 7 has 2 newcomers versus 2 veterans of diecast racing. Who's going to whoop that ass? Let's go to the top of the trail. Group 7 starts now. It's an even start to Group 7. Tucker looks to kiss the Dark One's tires, which has a domino effect bouncing the group together. Tucker then drifts in front of Dark, and they end up sideways in front of Jamboree and Daddy G. Jamboree and Daddy G check up, allowing Dark and Tucker to spin out of the way, leaving a clear path to the finish. Jamboree shows some rookie nerves as he gets squirrely at the pond, while Daddy G shows just why he's one of the best in the business. The gate drops, and Jamboree gets into Tucker at the guardrail. Dark becomes another victim of the snowbank, and Daddy G is the unfortunate recipient of a hip check delivered by the tangle between Jamboree and Tucker. Everyone stalls out, and it's on to race number 3. What did Dark say to Tucker in the gate? Because that looked very intentional. Jamboree looks like he's got those nerves under control, while Daddy G... What? Did you see that? Daddy G just parkoured off the Jeep jump sign. That was incredible. Jamboree takes race 3, but that move by Daddy G was next level. Too bad he didn't finish the race, because that would have been icing on the cake. In race 4, everyone seems to want the same patch of snow as all the other drivers. Daddy G and Jempire pinch in on Dark and Tucker before the jump, and this causes a bottleneck that ends the run. Daddy G almost gets a clear shot at the finish, but he can't find the reverse gear to get him down the hill. So how's that for a debut? The rookie with the rebuilt rig takes on two of the toughest builders in diecast and doesn't look out of place at all. The totals are up and BAM! Jetfire Motors becomes the 7th driver to move on. His 28 points put him ahead of Giorgio and Ned Munson in seeding for the next round. That's also 2 Wrangler Superlifts moving on. The leaderboard has only 4 blank spots left. Doc still has a tight grip on that top spot, while Grey Wizard is 1 step closer to clinching his place in the second round. Hades, on the other hand, is praying that one of the last Jeeps to go has some kind of catastrophic issue, which will see them collect less points than his 9. It's the only thing that's going to save him from being immortalized in yellow snow. Speaking of, the last group is up. Let's meet the drivers. Leading the way for this final group is none other than Manchild Motorsports and Papa Pugsley. He's driving a very orange 2020 Jeep Gladiator weighing in at 57 grams. Next is a Mutant Marsupial from Australia. The crazy koala is driving a Majorette CJ that seems to have come from the Australian Zoo Motor Pool. How does this guy even... I don't... Really? Okay. Do koalas not like purple or something? Because he's hissing at Numbskull. Keeping his distance from an agitated, cuddly creature is Numbskull, who apparently chose the wrong color for his roll patrol. Let's hope he can outrun the mad marsupial. Koalas are like Australia's version of sloths, right? Well, guys, looks like we're 1 short for the last group. It's a good thing I've got my Trackhawk on hand. She's got slicks, but I promised you guys a fair race, so... Hold on, who's this?
All right. Heard you fellas were throwing a little Jeep shindig.
Yeah, dude. You were supposed to be here, like, last week. Where were you?
Took the scenic route.
Dude, you here to race? Or show us vacation photos?
You bet your dad ass I'm here to race.
Okay, well, line them up. Let's go. We got a race to start. And with Toto blaring from his speakers, Bay City Daryl arrives in his Wrangler Superlift, amazingly under his own power, and completely intact. It's a Christmas miracle. Well, boys, who wants it? I'm not talking about a rabies shot. I'm talking about Group 8. It starts right now. Numbskull is playing with fire as he runs up against the koala, who actually looks like he may have liked it. And it's a 3-Jeep race to the jump. Daryl gets there first and he rubber toes it again, causing chaos and carnage galore. Papa Pugsley pulls off one of the sweetest moves I've ever seen yet in avoiding Daryl. He keeps his Jeep under him and rolls it across the finish line for maximum points. Wow! Looks like Numbskull has a plan to use the koala to his advantage. He gently nudges the mutant marsupial into Daryl, which is good tactic because the last thing you want is a koala trying to claw your eyes out. Papa Pugsley turtles at the jump and what the nut? How did Numbskull just defy physics like that? Is that even possible? If he could have kept it straight, that would have been an easy 11 points. However, that was incredible. I told you Numbskull was playing with fire. That koala finally had enough, and I'm sure Numbskull wishes he had a roof. Papa P and Daryl get great runs to the jump, and Daryl tries to block Papa P after landing, but Papa P is a pro. He lifts and cruises in for a big score. Daryl does a Dukes of Hazzard jump as he celebrates full points in race 3. This is the last Jamboree play of the first round, and why am I only realizing that wordplay now? It's a great run for Daryl as Numbskull takes out Papa Pugsley, and the koala forgets which way is up. Daryl lands a jump perfectly and pulls off another physics-defying move as he perfectly pirouettes his Jeep 180 degrees to see where everybody else went. Damn, that was pretty. I've said it before, but the moves these things pull off sometimes is just insane. It was a fun group to watch, but only one Jeep can advance. The scores are tallied. What? We have a tie between Papa Pugsley and Bay City Daryl. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. Look at the scores. Papa Pugsley and Bay City Daryl have 31. Grey Wizard is also sitting on 31 points. This means that Bay City Daryl and Papa Pugsley will race to see who takes the group win. But then, whoever loses will challenge Grey Wizard for the second place spot in the finals. Holy smokes! Things just got super interesting for Grey Wizard, as I'm sure he was feeling more than confident about the second round. But enough about the race. We need a group winner, so it's back up to the gate for tiebreaker number 1. With Daryl over, Papa Pugsley takes the win. But it's not over for Daryl yet. There's no time to waste as he gets back up to the gate for a date with the Wizard and the race for second place. And Grey Wizard defends his spot in the next round. Wow, that was intense. Daryl put up a hell of a fight, but it's the Grey Wizard putting a spell on him to move on and send Daryl home. And while Daryl and Canuck discuss who's flipping the bill for the bar tonight, the other drivers park up in the runoff area, and we finally get to see all the drivers on the big board. Doc stays on top while Grey Wizard successfully holds on to a hard-charging Bay City for the race for second place. And while the top drivers celebrate, another team has cemented their place in history. With an underwhelming score of only 9 points, Hades is the first ever recipient of the Yellow Snow Award. But hey, at least you tried. As the opening round comes to a close, congratulations go out to the drivers moving on. Ned Munson, Giorgio, Karate Joe, Grey Wizard, Papa Pugsley, Doc, Ha Then Sung, Gempire, and Sam Hall. What a night of racing here at the Lakeridge Heights, but things are only heating up. I can't thank all of you enough for watching, so stand by for a special announcement regarding the next tournament from Lakeridge Heights and 905 Diecast.